It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Thursday, September 29th. I'm Michael Groff. We finally have some rain to talk about around the valley. Scattered, mainly light showers right now. Not everybody's getting wet, but many of us will, I think, as we go through the day today. We've got an upper low moving through the state, interacting with pretty good tropical moisture. Maybe even a few strong thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon hours. Let's take a look at it outside right now from atop South Mountain. We've got cloudy skies out there, and yes, pockets of light rain, 80 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew point 60, relative humidity 51%. The winds are light and the barometer is rising. Around the valley, temperatures look like this, mainly mid-70s to low 80s with those scattered showers. Mid and high-level clouds streaming across much of the state. Pockets of thicker clouds with the light rain across south-central Arizona. You see that on the radar this morning. Even a few embedded moderate showers. You could even be hearing a rumble of thunder or two as we go through the morning hours. On the watch warning map across the country, a few fire danger issues still across the west. Meanwhile, too much of a good thing on the East Coast. Heavy rain leading to flash flood watches and warnings for portions of North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland into south central Pennsylvania. The Baltimore and D.C. area is expecting anywhere from 6 to 10 inches of rain in the next couple of days. Also, some dense fog advisories for portions of Ohio. And air quality concerns continue for the Houston metro area. On the convective outlook today, a marginal risk of severe weather for southeast Ohio down toward the Carolinas. And a marginal risk of severe weather for extreme southwest New Mexico and southeast Arizona. Phoenix right on the edge of that. I think the better chances of severe weather, if any, are down toward Tucson this afternoon. But we'll get into the factors as to why. Tomorrow, no organized areas of severe weather are anticipated. You still see we're in the green. We'll also get into that as we hit the models right now. The 06Z GFS valid at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today. It's a big upper trough off the Pacific Northwest coast. There's that little upper low spinning off the Southern California coast this afternoon, and a deep low over Kentucky. Sandwiched in between is a pretty good ridge over the middle of the country. Meanwhile, closer to home, scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms around here this morning. Under cloudy skies, we'll start to see some peaks of sun as we go into the afternoon hours. That should help to destabilize the atmosphere just a bit. We've got an upper low off to our west, little disturbances rotating around that as it moves through here today. That'll interact with some of the moisture we have. Now, we're not talking about deep, rich tropical moisture, but certainly precipitable water values 1.2 to 1.4 inches, combined with pretty good lift. We've got modest shear. We've got some CAPE, especially over southeast Arizona, values in excess of 1,000 joules per kilogram. And mid-level temperatures around minus 10, minus 11 C up there at 500 millibars. So you put all that together, it all leads to showers, maybe some thunderstorms. A few of those storms could get on the strong side, maybe an isolated severe storm, especially over southeast Arizona, but certainly can't rule it out completely here in the valley today. We'll call it a 50% chance of rain. High temperatures held down a bit, upper 80s to low 90s. Now, if we can get some warmth going, we get some sun going, that may up our chances of stronger storms. Now, we're not looking at widespread heavy rain today. Most of us, 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch at most. Some places get nothing. An isolated spot could certainly see more. By tomorrow, the model's still holding on to the moisture, but start to dry it out. We'll call it a 10% chance of showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low to mid-90s. Better chances of rain, mountains north and east of Phoenix. Saturday looks pretty good. Start to see a trough of low pressure developing and digging in toward the Pacific Northwest. Westerly flow here. And high temperatures low to mid-90s, maybe a degree or two warmer on Sunday. Will be squarely in the mid-90s, which is right around or maybe a degree or two above normal. By Monday, boy, look at this. Deep trough digging into the Intermountain West. And that means temperatures will start to back down. We'll see highs upper 80s or so for Monday. By Tuesday, the cool air really pours on in here as the trough axis moves through. It will be dry, though. The last couple of runs of the European have tried to generate some moisture and some precipitation here over Arizona, but for now, we'll just call it partly cloudy. Highs in the low 80s for us on Tuesday. Some desert areas, especially when you head up toward Las Vegas, they'll be stuck in the 70s. That sounds awesome for Tuesday. Wednesday's looking good too. We'll have a cool start to the day, lows mid-50s to low 60s. In fact, wouldn't even be surprised to see some of the coolest desert areas getting down into the low 50s on Wednesday morning. We'll recover back to about the mid-80s. And here's a week from today. This is Thursday, October the 6th. Little shortwave ridge building in here over the west. We'd be dry. Got a big low over eastern Oklahoma barreling toward the southeast states. That's impressive. And the elephant in the room, obviously, is Matthew. And where is that system going to go? Ultimately, right now, it's hard to say. The model's all over the place on this. As we collect more data, as the system becomes better established, we'll start to have better calibration of the models, probably some better agreement. But right now, we just don't know. We'll even show you that in better detail as we go forward. This is Friday, October 7th. See, Matthew headed up toward the northeast. It is east-southeast of Long Island and Cape Cod at this point. And then by the end of the forecast period, this is Saturday, October 8th, Matthew not even on the board. It has moved up into the Canadian Maritimes. It has since fizzled out. We would be under high pressure. Continued dry conditions here. High temps more or less near seasonal normals. Meanwhile, the European model at the same time, again, end of the forecast period, this Saturday, October the 8th, shows Matthew still east of the Bahamas as a major hurricane. Look at that, a 911 millibar low. That is crazy strong, and I think that's a bit overdone. But again, you just don't know. That's the point of this. One model has Matthew not even on the board anymore. The other one has it as a major hurricane still east of the United States, still east of Florida at that point. Bottom line is we'll keep an eye on it. We'll watch it, but don't get too excited about it just yet. All right, temperatures through the period. We'll keep it warmer as we go through the weekend, but then, boy, look at that next week. 82 by next Tuesday. Lows getting down into the low 60s in the urban core. Many of us will be down in the 50s for much of next week in the overnight hours. That looks perfect. And that's a look at your Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video posted by tomorrow morning. We'll see you then. Have a great Thursday.